Hi, welcome into Love Goddess Tarot. I'm so excited to do your reading today. Today's Pick a Card Love reading is going to focus on your next relationship. And so we're starting today with an ace from each of the elements from the Star Maiden Tarot. So we have number one's the Ace of Wands. Let me give you a closer look. Number two is the Ace of Cups. Number three, the Ace of Swords, and number four, the Ace of Pentacles. So take a moment, see which card is calling to you. As always, trust your intuition above all else. This is meant to be fun. Sit back, relax, get comfy, get cozy, get your cup of tea, your coffee, whatever you've got going on. Welcome. If you haven't been to my channel before, welcome in. I am a full-time astrologer and tarot reader. I sometimes offer readings, personal readings here on YouTube, which I'm doing right now in the month of November. So after watching this, if it really resonates or if you just enjoy my style of reading, check out the links to purchase your own personal reading. You watch them right here on YouTube and they're video recorded. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I will see you in just a minute. Hi, number one, you were drawn in by the Ace of Wands. And I love this ace because it's got, you know, the hand holding the wand and the nails are painted, which I absolutely love, even though mine aren't right now. I just think it's so sweet. And the thing about the Ace of Wands is you really have to grab that opportunity. There's something about a path opening up for you through this connection and this relationship. There could be a connection to travel, to fire signs, to creativity, to an offer of some type, but let's see what this relationship is all about. I am going to start with the tarot messages, and then we're going to get some clarifiers from the oracle. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm also going to do a charm reading today, so that'll be at the end of the reading. Let's see what we have. Ooh, two together. 4 of Swords, 2 of Cups. Interesting combo. The Empress, beautiful. Judgment. Five of Swords, Hangman upright. Strength. Overall energy, 7 of Swords reversed. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So I see a big message here for you about leaving behind a relationship or relationships in general that don't empower you, leaving behind someone who specifically lied, cheated, was dishonest, and it really, you know, it worked on your own sort of belief in yourself. That 8 of Swords, you're moving from this energy of feeling trapped, feeling like you don't have options, or feeling insecure. Swords, remember, are mental. Okay, so a lot of this energy is something that you can release yourself. This rope around her or this string can be untied. She can lift up that blindfold and really see something. So I feel like your next relationship is really all about a moment for you to kind of start a new adventure. With the Judgment underneath that Ace of Wands, it's like this relationship comes after some big aha moment, maybe after some sort of betrayal, you know, or a wake-up call around a connection. I feel like it could be someone that you really trusted, someone that you thought was your friend, somebody that you thought, you know, had your back, and they really didn't. And there's been a need for you to sort of take a step back from that connection. It could even be that you were betrayed by a friend and it's not a relationship energy or someone in your sphere, and you've had to really learn how to release that energy and not keep going back for more. So it's like time to walk away, time to see this situation in a new light, which is what the Hangman reversed is showing me. Then we move over here, and so this is about you stepping into your power. This relationship coming up for you is a big shift and change. You are stepping into your Empress energy or your Empress era, where you are going to be focused on nurturing, on surrounding yourself with all the things that you want to grow, possibly children, fertility. Strength reversed is underneath it, and that is about you embracing this challenge of not being afraid to be in a truly strong, committed relationship. And I feel like your next person in this next relationship that comes in is going to almost free you from this past, okay? But let's see what else we get here about this relationship. I'm going to pull you some messages from the Lenormand. Ah, I love it. The Sun card. The Sun card is so beautiful. See, you were drawn to that Ace of Wands for a reason. The Ace of Wands is fire energy. It's about opportunity. It's about taking that chance, taking that opportunity when it comes along. The Sun is showing me that any of these negative cards, like the Seven of Swords here, the Five of Swords, this conflict, the Eight of Swords, it's all being kind of, I don't like to say overpowered, but the Sun card in this deck has the ability to sort of kind of negate any of the negative. It's like such a good card that the positives outweigh them so much that you don't even have to think about it. You don't even have to look back. The Sun card is showing joy in this relationship. It's showing excitement. And isn't it interesting? You also have the Moon at the bottom of it, and the Moon is all about alchemy and making magic, and the Sun and the Moon together are an eclipse energy. So what I'm really feeling, and you have the halo of the full moon here on the Hangman, I feel like there is, you know, a big moment, a big eclipse, like eclipsing someone from the past, letting go, cutting somebody out almost, is part of the energy around this relationship coming in. It's like it's completely eclipsing that past. That's what I just keep hearing. It's just like it's eclipsing it. Let's see what other messages we have from the Oracle about this connection. Aha, see, hurt. It's like you are recovering from that with the Four of Swords, right? You're having your aha moment. It's ending that and moving towards, look at this, the Diamond energy. This relationship could end in an engagement of some sort, like a commitment of some sort. You have the Empress, which is that security, that's feeling loved. I also feel like this person really, really finds you attractive. Now, before we go further with the tarot, I just want to say the signs that have shown up here today are Leo, Taurus, Libra, and Pisces. Okay, so let's just, I want to get a clarifier on the energy of Judgment. Mother of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's about taking care of yourself. I feel like the tipping point for you is realizing that, yeah, there is no nurturing, there's no long-term potential here with a past connection. A lot of you are ending a partnership here, or have in the past, and that had to happen before you move forward, right? Before this beautiful energy of the sun, before that true connection. Because when the Lover's card comes up reversed, a lot of times it means you may have thought that you met your soulmate, or you were with your true love. And you know what? Look at that. Ah, you got the sun again. Yay! That is not your person. You have the Ace of Wands. You've got two sun cards, the sun in the traditional and the sun in the Lenormand, and the strength. This is Leo energy. This is warmth. This is passion. It could even be coming during Leo time frame. Bottom of the deck is the Mother of Pentacles with the Empress. This is Taurus loving mother energy, security, financial security. This relationship could also bring in children for you if you don't have any, or it could include you and your child moving towards this sense of joy and happiness. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to do a charm reading for you. So let me get my charm cup here, and let's see if there's any other specific messages from the charms today for you about this relationship. But wow, I mean, it's empowering, it's happy, it brings joy. I don't know what else it could do that could be great. Ooh, sorry, that was really loud. I just dropped one of these dice, and I had some extras in my charm teacup. Okay, let's see what charms we have about the relationship for number one. Wow, I see a couple of moons and a star here. This is always wish fulfillment for me. Wishing on a star and it coming true. The moon, you have the moon here, which is, again, wish fulfillment in this deck. It's about alchemy. It's about making things happen. Oh my God, you have the moon here too. Look, I love you to the moon and back. And you have the Pisces energy, which is connected to the moon. So, wow, that's really important. Here's the star. Here's wishing on a star. This is Aquarius energy. Okay, so, but it's also about healing with that star energy. We have the star twice here. Okay, so Aquarius energy, healing. We have the two palm trees, which is so cute. I kind of think of this as mommy palm and baby palm, but it's also about being flexible, and it can indicate like warmth. Like we have two sun messages. Maybe it's about a relationship where you're going to be living in a warm climate, or traveling to a warm place and meeting your person, or going on vacation, right? Somewhere where there's palm trees. There's a connection here to palm trees. And anchor. Anchor's beautiful because you had diamond, and diamond is that commitment energy. Okay, diamond's also a message about you hanging in there, because it takes a lot of pressure to turn carbon into a diamond. So you've been on a lot of pressure here with all these swords, and this connection is really about grabbing your moment. Look what's in the distance. We have that beautiful castle, right? Who lives in a castle? A king or a queen? Who's that? A Leo. So there's a real strong energy here of almost having that happily ever after. I hate to say it, but there's so much positivity coming in this relationship. I can't help but say it, especially with all the stars and the moon here, and that idea of wishes coming true. So those are all your messages today about your next relationship. This was so beautiful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to keep going, if you're curious about who this person is, how you meet, all that kind of stuff, we can continue for you and do a personal reading. Go ahead and use the links below. That's November only when I'm offering these personal readings, so you can get a 10-minute or a 20-minute. Approximately, I usually go over, as everybody knows. And so those links are below. flow, and it's video recorded just like this, and you watch it right here on YouTube. Okay, so like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It's free, it's easy, and it helps me connect with you. And so I love hearing all of your feedback. And you can also hit the join button today if you want instant access to my bonus content that I have on my channel right now, and those extra readings that I do for my members only. So sending you so much love. Come back and see me again. I will talk to you probably tomorrow, and have a good one. Hi, number 2, you were drawn to the message of the Ace of Cups today. And the Ace of Cups is so beautiful because it's really about an emotional connection that's overflowing. It's like, if the cup is your heart, this is how happy you are. Okay. Now, the other thing that's beautiful about this Ace of Cups is we have the symbolism of the butterfly. So it's almost like you are, you know, just completely your true self. You have morphed into this incredible butterfly. So for some of you, it could mean that there's been kind of a transformation of some sort, or you know, a major sort of event that you've gone through in your life when it comes to love. But we'll see how this connects with relationships for you. We're going to look at your next relationship and get clues about what that might be like and what's coming for you in terms of relationship energy. Ooh, I see. 7 of Swords next to that ace. There's the butterfly moment. Leaving behind something or someone, possibly some sort of deception, cheating, just kind of a distrustful energy, okay? So that could be part of that butterfly moment. Wow, you're getting similar cards, and I did shuffle really well from number 1. So you might want to read. You might want to watch that. You might read it if you have the closed captioning on. But so then we have Judgment, that aha moment. There's the moment of transition. There's the new beginning. That's the fresh start. So there's some sort of fresh start for you. Really amazing that you chose the Ace of Cups, and now we're pulling these cards. So trust your intuition. You're on the right track here. And look what's here, the 7 of Cups. So lots of options coming up for you, lots of decisions. After kind of having a difficult time of it, you go from 7 of Swords to 7 of Cups. 7s are spiritual lessons. And so it's like the spiritual lessons of deception, of trust. You've really gone through it, and you're having this moment of change, of transformation with that butterfly, which can open up your heart, open up that emotional connection. This is just about you figuring out what's real and what's not, what you want and what you don't want. Sometimes we have to get what we don't want in order to know what we want. So your next relationship is going to give you an opportunity to experience different things in love, different components, different, is love about money for you? Is love about having fun? Is love about, spiritual connection? Is love traditional? Is it untraditional? Like, all of those kind of things are what, you're going to be able to experience coming up. Okay, let's get some clarifiers, and then I'm going to move on to some oracle messages about this connection. I'm also going to do a charm reading today, so you'll see that at the end of the reading. Haven't done charms in a while. 3 of Wands, beautiful. 3 of Wands, and 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Issues about trust, balance, fairness, and financial stuff. Your next relationship. What do we have going on for you? The Star. There's that healing card. There it is. After the Judgment moment, you have the Star. And the Star is about also going with the flow. Okay, because there's so much with the flow in terms of the Ace of Cups. So it's like relationship energy coming in where you're connecting with your true path. You're going with the flow of the universe. You have enough of that emotional connection to actually share it with other people, right? Beautiful. Okay, let's get one more. Strength. Yeah, so let's start here. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords reverse. Yeah, you're letting go of anxiety and stress, which is a beautiful thing. If you've had anxiety and stress in relationships, if they've caused you a lot of aggravation, that is changing. That judgment is an ending and a new beginning coming. The Three of Wands is showing that this new love energy or this next relationship is connected to planning for the future and opening up your world in some way, whether that's moving to a new location, whether it's expanding your circle of people you're around, whether it's you know, doing something creative that you've always wanted to do and starting a business. The Three of Wands says you're on the right track. Okay, so you're on the right track to this new relationship. So don't give up. And then underneath that Seven of Swords, we have the Six of Pentacles. So it could have been that somebody you were dealing with was, you know, giving a lot to someone else and not a lot to you. There could have been a third party situation, a money situation, a legal situation. We do have the scales here. Something connected to money, something connected to somebody feeling like they weren't getting what they needed. Somebody was giving too much to someone else, okay? Could be also a financial situation. I love this. The Star card. There's that healing. There's that connection. And then followed up with the Strength card reverse, which is you getting your strength back, your power back, getting the balance back. Your relationship is going to be, the next relationship, teaching you about what you want, what it is you really want, and getting that balance back. Okay? Let's see what else we can find out about this relationship. I'm going to pull you some from my Dream Love Oracle. Aha, perfume and magic. Oh, I love it. So this gives me real romance, the relationship that you draw this person in. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like when, you know, when I see the message of perfume, it's like, you meet this person and you connect because they find your energy almost magic, okay? And it feels like they recognize your femininity. They really, like, they're just charmed by you in some way. And the message is risk it. Yeah, it's gonna feel risky for you with that Seven of Swords. You know, you've been through something that may have tested your ability to be open, but that's why you were drawn to that Ace of Cups with the butterfly, because it's time for you to expand. The Three of Wands is a message of planning, of expansion, of, you know, changing your life in some way. Let's see what else we can find out. Yeah, so we have a loyal friend, somebody who's loyal. Loyalty is going to be a big part of this connection. Loyalty is something that you are going to experience with this relationship. Ooh, and there could be some distance. Now, isn't this interesting? Because we had the Ace here. You were drawn to water, okay? With the Ace of Cups. The Three of Wands, although it's a wand energy, look what's in the image. Boats in a distance. And then look what's here. A man looking with that, what is that called? When they look out into the sea, it's a sea captain. So it's like someone seeing you from a distance, someone being drawn to you, someone being very, very attracted to you. The next relationship feels like, I mean, for some of you, it could be literally meeting on a cruise or meeting on a boat, meeting on a trip. There's possible long distance, like an energy of someone living at a distance. But we have lilies. Lilies is purity of intention. So this is someone who has good intentions. And I think that that is what is going to be kind of another transformational moment for you, because you're opening up. You're sharing yourself. You're connecting with the flow. You're doing something you were meant to do. I also feel like your next relationship is connected into something that, look at this, you really wanted to do. With that Three of Wands, you know, a dream that you've had, especially with the star. So reaching for your dreams, going for your dreams, whatever they are, is connecting you with this relationship. And it definitely has long-term potential with lilies and heart coming through. So this is a really positive connection. I love it. Okay, I think I'm going to pull you some clarifiers about that man. Let's get some details about him. Who is he? Ah, he's the Ace of Wands. Oh my God, I love it. He is fire. He is passion. He's the person you meet. Here he is. He's coming in. Your ship's come in. There's those wands. Okay? The Ace of Wands brings back that excitement, brings back that romance. The Ace of Wands is connected to travel, creativity, going for your spark, going for that thing that you want to do, okay? Ooh, I love it. Let me get a little bit, let me get something on, I think, the Star and the Three of Wands. Let's get another clarifier there. Okay, the Eight of Cups, yeah. It involves you leaving behind this energy of the past. It may involve a move, which is interesting. So for some of you, you may have a wish, which is kind of like that Tinkerbell magic, wishing on a star, to live in a far off land, to be somewhere other than where you are, okay? And that's part of that wish energy, the star energy. Let's see if we can get anything else about that Three of Wands. What else do we have there? Oh, the Magician, how powerful. Okay, so yeah, the Magician energy. The Magician energy is connected to manifestation. This is about taking those things that you've been dreaming. Ooh, I just remembered, you got the Seven of Cups. This is the imagination. This is all that Neptunian energy of wishes and dreams. But this energy, the Magician, takes them down and makes them happen. It could involve a partnership. So you could be partnering with this person on a project. We have that Strength card, which is about partnering. I'm feeling the energy of this person being very balanced between, like, Strength is about balance between the wild and the tamed, and the elegant and the, you know what I mean? It's like this really beautiful combo. The Magician is saying, take all your skills, take all your gifts, take your wishes, and actually go for it. Time to leave behind that past and actually take action. Okay, the Magician is connected to Gemini and Virgo energy. It can be a project you have in writing and communication. Lots of fire around this connection. Lots of letting go. Ooh, I love it. Okay, I haven't done charms in a while, so let's see if there's any additional messages for you about this relationship today. Okay, we have just two. We have the Moon, which is really an important one because we started with the Ace of Cups. That's where your heart was. That was that emotional connection. Those are water sign energies connected to Cancer, to home. You have the Eight of Cups, maybe leaving home. You have the Three of Wands, planning for the future. And you have the beautiful tree. The tree is about growing and, you know, creating and taking those wishes and actually making them, give them roots, okay? So I also feel like that connects for me with Taurus energy. So there could be something there with a Taurus as well. Or you could have Taurus placements. Yeah. That's it. I'm loving this relationship energy for you. If you want to keep going, if you want to talk about your specific situation, if this really resonated, this reading, and you want to continue, or if you want just your own personal reading, use the links below. I'm doing them just for the month of November. You can get a 10-minute or a 20-minute approximately, that's usually more, video recorded reading just like this about the topic you're interested in. It takes less than a week to to get, sometimes a few days, sometimes up to 7, depends on how many requests I have. But super easy. You watch it on a private link. So go ahead and do that. You can also join today. Hit the join button, the Aphrodite circle, become a paid member and get access to all my bonus content that's on my channel right now, all those extra readings I do just for my members, as well as anything coming up in the month ahead. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Those things are super important and they help me keep coming back and bringing you all this good stuff. Write your comments and say hello. I love hearing how you connected with today's reading. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you really soon. Take care. Hi, number 3, you chose the Ace of Swords today, and I love the Ace of Swords because it's always a signal for change. More than, and you know, the other aces, this is really, for me, a signal of change. It is generally about a change in, you know, something connected to the air element, which is your thoughts, your words, you know, some sort of communication, an aha moment, an awareness, a clarity. But with that crown up there, I always think about the kind of maybe cutting out a king or queen, or, you know, stepping into your own power in some way. So I love that. But let's see how it connects for you today with this idea of what's coming in this next relationship, okay? So whether you're single now or you're in a relationship and you want to know what's going on, we're going to explore this relationship. And I'm going to start with the tarot. I'm going to move into Oracle. And today, stay for the end, I'm going to do a charm reading. So let's pull some charms today and see what else we can get. It adds another layer. Ooh, Magician reversed. Okay. Now, that's really good news that we're getting clarity here about something. Possibly someone being manipulative. That could be that crown that you are cutting through. Beautiful. 10 of Cups. I love that. The energy of emotional contentment, happiness, joy. When it comes to a relationship, that's pretty much as good as it gets, okay? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we have some sort of energy that is stuck. There is going to be a breakthrough moment and some sort of change coming. 6 of Cups. Okay, beautiful. 8 of Pentacles. Nine of Wands reversed. The Hierophant. Interesting. Okay, so this next relationship, what's coming next here? So I feel like the breakthrough moment is happening about someone from your past. Okay, so you're having some sort of clarity. You're going to get some sort of clarity about a love connection. Somebody had feelings for someone from the past, or someone that there's just been some sort of like a long-term emotional connection. Now, it doesn't have to be a relationship, but it feels like it's almost like being stuck in the past, right? So whether that's staying with someone that you've been with for a long time just because you've been with them for a long time, or whether it's someone that is from your past or old memories, it's like maybe even connecting something from your childhood. This could be it too for some of you. This could be you having a revelation, an aha moment, some sort of clarity around what happened to you in your childhood or past, and how it's impacting your present and your relationships. With the Magician reversed is stuck energy. It's not manifesting your dreams. It can also indicate a person who is manipulative, and usually this is a Virgo or a Gemini. Okay, so it's someone who's manipulative, and I feel like For you, this can also represent something around working really hard and not getting that recognition, or feeling like you've put in a lot of energy into something, but it's not manifesting, okay? It might be that there's like delays in you reaching your goals, or maybe you need to take a few steps back to figure out what it is you're doing, because this time of reflection for you is really important. And it's important because there is a link here between this delay, or between this energy of this past person or these past feelings, and what's blocking you from the happiness and joy you're looking for. Okay, so what I see coming for you in this next relationship is an opportunity to really connect with someone in a new way, in a, like, I feel like in a healthy way. And I hate to say that, but that's what I'm feeling. And I just feel like you've been discouraged about love, or you've been discouraged about relationship, or you just haven't gotten recognition in relationships. And I feel like you need to keep going, and you need to make sure your boundaries aren't crossed. You need to learn that. And you're learning that. You've had this change is coming in you, because you are the magician. You have the power to manifest your dreams. That 10 of Cup energy is available to you. Even if it's delayed, the Wheel of Fortune is here too. So I feel like this is delayed commitment. I feel like you will end up probably in a relationship where you get married, with the Hierophant there. I just feel like it's maybe taken longer than you wanted, but I feel like ultimately all of this energy that you put into yourself, learning about boundaries, learning about not idealizing love, but being practical about it, learning not to defend people who don't deserve it, is actually going to bring you this relationship with someone who's wise, who's been through maybe similar things. You could even be introduced to this person through a friend, or through someone who you consider a mentor, okay? But this relationship does look like it is, it's long-term. There's stability, okay? And I feel like that's something that you've really wanted, but maybe haven't had. And if you're in a connection with someone, I feel like just addressing your boundaries, addressing what's valuable to you, having real, honest conversations about the past is going to be really important. But let's see what else we can get about this connection and your next relationship. Okay, bossy. That's kind of interesting, because the Magician on a bad day, when it's reversed, can be someone who's manipulative, okay? Someone who takes advantage of maybe you and has taken advantage. This could also connect with that 6 of Cups energy. What you're moving towards is that loyal energy of the Hierophant. And I think that for some of you, there is a breakup that has to happen before you connect with your long-term partner, the person that's going to be there for a while. I do think it's about you not defending something that isn't happening, something that you're idealizing. Somebody is being manipulative. I think for some of you, someone's being manipulative, and the way that you break that negative cycle is to walk away. Okay, for others, I think that you are stepping into a connection with someone who is loyal, someone who's very grounded. Okay, so yeah, we have Stork, which is some sort of message, information. That could be that breakthrough moment. And it's also connected to travel. Here's the burden. There's the cross. So that's that sacrifice. I feel like there's somebody who's just, yeah, look at the more information coming with that. Remember the change. So yeah, I think there is a breakup. I think that there has been some hardship. Somebody's been defending a relationship that didn't deserve defending. Someone's manipulating all of your desires for stability, and you need to break free of it. Okay, you're going to ultimately connect with someone who's very loyal, who's got your back. You're going to get some sort of information coming up or an invitation that's going to be that breakthrough moment. Let's see if we can get any information about that. The World. The Hierophant again. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so the Hierophants come through twice. And that, look at the Hierophant here with the key. The key is the knowledge, that information, the letter. Interesting. And the Queen of Wands. Okay. I feel like some of you have stayed with someone because of a religious, thing. You're like some sort of commitment. You're married, you feel like you want to be committed, and that's obviously what most people want, and it's commendable. I do feel like someone can help you and is going to bring in some information. It could be about another female energy, somebody who's involved without your knowledge, or someone who's acting in a manipulative, selfish way, and that would be a fire sign, okay? But this is that wisdom. This is spiritual knowledge. This is evolution and expansion and about gaining awareness. You have it twice with that sword energy. So the change is coming. The awareness is coming about someone who's manipulative. That will ultimately lead to maybe you moving on to a breakup, which leads you to the solid relationship that you're looking for. I feel like you do have to have some sort of ending in order to move towards it. This is just saying that your manifestations are delayed because you're attached to someone or something represented by that Six of Cups that no longer serves you. Okay, so make sure you're following your own dreams. Okay, make sure you're following your dreams and not the bossy person that you're connected to. Okay, really spend some time thinking about that if you haven't. But I feel like you probably have. You were drawn to this reading to probably confirm what you've been feeling. But let's pull some charms and see if we can get any more detail about this information. Oh, look what's really stuck on my finger. It's like, I don't think I should get any more because of this open heart with the grapes. How wild is that? Huh. So opening your heart up, okay, so it was stuck on my finger, stuck on you. So yeah, being stuck, feeling stuck in a relationship, not letting it go. The grapes is interesting. If you have a real connection to this charm, please write it below. I'd love to hear it. Grapes. I'm going to, actually, I don't always do this. I rarely do this, but I'm going to pull a card on the grapes. That one has me. Is it something about money? Is it that you are stuck with this because of financial? The good life? Is it a promise of the good life? Vineyard, grapes, wine, maybe alcoholic? I don't know. Let's pull a card. Sun reversed. Whoa. Health reasons. So it could be a health situation that's keeping you there. Or someone that is dimming your light. You're going to have that breakthrough, though. You're going to break through and see the truth of this. Your happiness in this long-term committed relationship is delayed, but it is not over, and you have the key. I think the key, part of the key for you is moving on. We have two birds here flying here. The stork is about, it can be about seasons. It's about children. It's some sort of important development, which is what that Ace of Swords is. But it's about moving forward, right? Birds, when they migrate, it's the beginning of a new season. It's the beginning of a transformation. I feel like you're at the point of a beginning of a new transformation. It also feels like you're bringing in more reliable people around you, which is the Hierophant twice, who are going to help you, who are going to assist you really access those gifts that you have, that magician energy. So I feel like there's some sort of arrival, some sort of improvement, some sort of movement when it comes to this love energy. And I do think it involves leaving behind either the dream of something or your vision, an imaginary like idea of what relationship should be, and going towards what it really is. For some of you, it's going to be an actual break from someone. Ooh, that was intense. If this resonated, by all means, you can this month continue this by diving deeper for you personally. We can look at how this is impacting you, who this is, what's coming next. Go ahead and use one of the links below, either for a 10-minute or a 20-minute video recorded personal reading. We can do an extended of this reading, or you can get a completely new personal reading. And if you want to join the Aphrodite Circle, hit join now and you can get access to all the bonus readings that are on the channel right now, as well as anything coming up in the next 30 days. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Those things are all free. It helps my channel, helps me keep coming back and bringing you all of this good stuff and these beautiful readings. So thank you for doing that, and hit the notification bell once you do subscribe, and that will notify you whenever I post a new reading. Okay, I am sending you so much love. I can't wait to hear what you're feeling about this and what your stories are. So let me know. Take care. Hey, number 4, let's get started with your reading. You were drawn in by the Ace of Pentacles today, and that is a message about planting a seed for the future, something that's going to grow. It's a beginning. It's the beginning of something prosperous, beginning of something long-term. So let's see what that's all about when it comes to your future relationship, your next relationship. Let's see what's going on for you when it comes to relationships today. I'm going to pull tarot cards. I'm going to look at some oracle messages, and we're going to also, at the end of today's reading, I'm going to pull you some charms. So that's always a fun added little bonus. Stay tuned for that. What do we have for you? Ooh, it's funny. I saw this card when I was shuffling, which means it's really, really added strength. Isn't that fun? Because you're starting with the Ace, then you're moving to the 3, which is the strong foundation. Oh, I love it. See, trust your intuition. That's what I always say. We don't know where this is going to go until we pull the cards, and this is where we're headed, and we're right out the gate with the Pentacles, this energy of Earth. Ooh, okay. Couple of 3s here. Oh boy. 5 of Cups. Hierophant, more Earth energy. Taurus. More 3s too. If you'll notice, there's 2 people and there's the 3rd. Well, it's not a person, it's a bull, but you get the idea. The Hermit. Wow, 4 of Swords. Whoa, 10 of Swords. Okay, I'm happy to see all of this ends with the 9 of Cups, which is joy and happiness and wish fulfillment. So, because it looks like there's quite a road to get there. Okay, let's take a look at all this. Okay, so it's interesting because this feels like a relationship that really starts out as something very traditional, very solid, something you can build a connection with. Okay, so I feel like there is a lot of work to do in this relationship. And I feel like together you really can build a solid foundation when you allow one of the partners needs time alone, the hermit. So it's like you could work together. You could have like you're building a house, you're doing some project together, you're just building a life together. And there are times that the partner needs solitude with the hermit. So I feel like this is a stretch for one of the partners to constantly be together all the time. Okay, so there's definitely a need in this connection for one of you, and I don't know who it is, who's represented here by the hermit, to withdraw occasionally, to do their own thing. They like to be alone, they like their alone time, and it could be connected to something they want to do on their own, okay? I do see a difficult period here. Okay, definitely a difficult period with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. So this could represent an actual third-party situation happening in the relationship and a time of separation. It can also represent a time of healing about a past hurt. Okay, so that the two of you have to learn how to trust one another. You could both have been hurt and you both have real trust issues. And see how the person's resting, they've got the Three Swords above them, and here's the Three Swords. That's that painful energy. And they're sleeping with the sword underneath them ready to go. But that can also represent the Ace of Swords, which is clarity and cutting through. So there's a real strong need for communication in this partnership. There's also an opportunity here for healing, whether this is an event that happens when the two of you are together or not. The cards aren't telling me that yet. This isn't a personal reading. This is a general reading. But what this does show is that there is a potential for some sort of heartbreak that requires a step back, okay? We also see here the Five of Cups, which is real sorrow, which is, a painful event, something that's really... Now, what's interesting in this Five of Cups, usually there's 3 cups off to the side and 2 cups that the person isn't seeing. In this case, there's 4 cups off to the side and 1 that is upright, which is this person trying to make it work. The Ten of Swords is, this painful ending. This usually shows the end of a difficult cycle and chapter, karmic. This could be a karmic connection that you have to experience. This painful period could represent a past life situation. We don't know. But what I see is somebody wanting to offer their heart and wanting to make it work. With the Ten of Swords reversed, this is showing that there is hope. Now, the bottom of the deck is what really did it for me, which was the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So I feel that even after difficulty, there is potential, because the Ten of Swords is not upright, it's reversed. This is when someone's willing to step back up and try again. This is when, that healing happens. So this is a very powerful connection, but it's also can be painful. And it's really about confronting issues of trust. There is heartbreak, there is hurt, but there is potential for joy. So this one's kind of, this is very interesting. I'm going to pull some oracle. Let's see what else we can find out about this relationship. And in terms of signs here, we have Taurus and Virgo coming through. Ken, the gym. Okay, so this is showing male energy, very masculine, but it also could be a connection to the gym, to working out. That's that period of having to do your own thing. Could be part of this. Control. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you could be dealing with male energy who does cheat. You could be dealing with someone who you don't trust or who doesn't like to be controlled, which is that need to withdraw and be alone energy. Wow, gym came up. I said Jim when I saw Ken, because he's lifting a weight, and then Jim. Yeah, this is some sort of, this could be a person that really likes to work out, really wants to do their own thing. There are some temptations possibly and some concerns. We have stork, that's information, that's moving though. That's about transforming and moving forward. So there is a possibility of moving forward. And ring, commitment. Yeah, I said it was a weird one. I think that with this relationship, there is potential for long term. Not everybody who has these third-party situations ends it. It looks like in this case, there is potential for healing. Let's see. Yep. 6 of Wands. Excuse me, 7 of Wands with the butterfly, which is that transformational energy. This is about, you know, defending your connection, defending your relationship. Magician, yep, you can, that's a wish fulfillment card. And, oops, sorry, 2 of Wands, choice point. So yeah, I think the choice will be yours, but it feels like to me, you will end up happy. And that's the most important thing, whether other people like it or not. That's the reading today. Let's see what these charms have. Okay, so you have sewing machine. That can be about putting something back together. You have Santa Claus, which is a surprise, but it's also joy and brings happiness. The butterfly, there's the butterfly of that 7 of Wands, which is defending what you love and who you love. And the star is healing. Wow. Okay, that is your reading. If this resonated and you want to keep going and you want to get some personal questions answered, this might be the one where you're going to really want a personal reading. Go ahead and use the links below. This month only, I'm doing 10-minute and 20-minute video recorded love readings. So you could continue this and we could go deeper for you personally, or you can get any sort of reading you want. Okay, so go ahead and use those links below. You watch it right here on a private link, super easy. And don't forget, you can hit the join button today and get access to all my bonus content that's on the channel right now. For a small fee, and then for the next month you'll get all of the private readings that I do for my members. And like, comment, and subscribe. Those things are free. Do that before you leave. If you haven't yet, why haven't you subscribed? Once you subscribe, hit the notification bell and you'll be notified whenever I post a new reading. Alrighty, I am sending you so much love, and let me know about this one. I'm really curious how it connected for you. Write it in the comments. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.